Elbis and Elbis Album Review Show.
Alright everyone, welcome back to the Elbis and Elbis Album Review Show. I'm joined here with Elbis.
Alright, pal.
And well, we've just finished episode 4.
Season 2, episode 4, yeah.
Anyway, it's a bit of an after party for you lot and
Yep.
that.
And
Sorry about that, I just need a bit of a drink.
it's interesting in a way, innit? Because, you know, we sort of want to wind down and do the album reviews, which are beneath us, as we've already discussed. But they're very, very popular.
Well, they are.
So,
the
fans...
thing is, it's like, we've had a tough day today, you know,
Really
been
tough,
working hard
actually.
and that,
Yeah.
and, you know, we just think, let's have a bit of a wind down, have a drink, go grab a drink,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking about any blackcurrant or orange,
Well,
only if it's got a bit of vodka in it.
What's interesting is, though, is it's like, when we
Only if you
do
ain't seen that.
when we do these album reviews, it's almost like Radio Elbis and Elbis, isn't it? In that you get
Well,
well-class
some people have said
commentary
that,
between songs. On
We've
the
had a
album.
few emails from people saying
Yeah,
that.
please get on radio and all this. They're saying.
Calm it down,
You
Jesus
know,
God.
well, the problem is we can't commit to any times, can we?
Not really, no.
And radio's alive.
Listen,
isn't it?
if some radio broadcasters come to us and say, look,
Yeah.
Elbis and Elbis, you know, we're desperate and that, we need you.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll look at the contract, we'll look at the
Yeah.
sketch and just see if we can fit it in.
If we can pre-record it, perhaps we would. It's just getting us together live. It's difficult because we've got loads going on.
Yeah,
Our
we
business
have.
mogul
I
and
mean,
e-business
I've got my
stuff.
personal
Whatever
life and
he
I've
does.
got my...
Courting companion and stuff to take care of.
Anyway, well, I mean, obviously last album review we did Hunky Dory by David Bowie.
Yeah, it feels like ages ago.
It does
doesn't
in a way, yeah.
really good review.
But that
Really good
means
review.
we have
Great album.
had an updated WL. So
Yeah,
I think,
well,
without
there was a
further
new
ado...
entry. Let's
Oh,
just say.
hang on, I'll get my binoculars out and I'll read out the new entry and the other entries on the WL.
Well,
Right.
so,
What the hell are you doing?
just winding that up. There we go. Juke is sorted.
Alright, Jokey's alright. On the wheel, hang on, let me just get the binoculars.
Well, hang on a minute.
What?
We're doing Elbis Predicts because
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't like doing it. I'm honest, and neither do you. But the fans have asked for it again. They're saying, "Oh, it's so good because Elbis is getting real near now because he's obviously astrally connected."
I haven't seen any comments saying...
Well, they've actually sent them to me somehow.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't know.
I've
So you... What?
I think if you just send it to Elbis Gmail, it comes to me.
Oh,
Don't
right.
matter anyway. But yeah,
Bit
the fans do seem to like it. But it's 1-0 to me so far.
Oh, right.
But get your binoculars. out.
Listen, if the fans... Alright, we'll do Elbis... Hang on, let me get the binoculars. Hang on, it needs a bit more focus. Here we go. Right, okay. We'll do Elbis Predicts then, because the fans want it.
All right.
Not on the binoculars, on the wheel today, we've got Michael Jackson Bad, Urban Hymns by The Verve, Led Zepp 3 by Led Zepp, Stone Roses by the Stone Roses,
The eponymous album.
Meda Ballads by Nick Cave and the Bad Seds, Discovery by ELO, and the new entry to the WL, replacing Hunky Dory by David Bowie, is Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith.
Now, if people couldn't understand the master of impressions,
Sorry
as he
about
likes
that.
to call
It
himself,
was,
that was Toys in the Attic.
yeah, by
By
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And what's interesting about that, it's interesting how that came through the filter to the supercomputer.
It was in a way.
Because it is made in 1970, whereas the one that we've just knocked off, Hunky Dory by David Bowie,
Yeah.
was about 71,
Yeah,
wasn't it? So
1971.
this filter that I've installed does seem to be
It's a
doing
good
the
filter.
job.
It's a
seem-
good
well,
filter.
this is it. It's got like a... these lot won't understand it because it's quite technical, but it's
Yeah.
got like a memory
Anyway,
band
we're doing
request.
Elbis Predicts or what? What's going on?
Well, we might as well. How do we... Oh, yeah, we'll predict now, don't we?
Well, yeah, probably, yeah.
All right. Elbis predicts...
Go on.
And this is Elbis the Wise speaking.
God.
I'm going to predict that the hot new entry,
Oh.
Toys in the Attic, is going to go straight in and get played.
Well, this is Elbis the Impetuous
Yes.
speaking, and I predict that Murder Ballads by Nick Cave and the Bad Seds will come out on the wheel today. Now,
Well, I
won't
sort of
mind.
hope you win in a way.
Yeah,
I won't
thanks.
mind that.
well, if I do, it's 1-1 on the scoreboard, and if you win, it's 2-0. You're casting off.
Listen, pal, you better go take your walk.
Let me take the walk. I'll be 2 minutes. All right, I'm here. So yeah, well, I mean, we've gone through the wheel and the wheel with all the album names on. We've made the Elbis predictions, so we might as well fire up those petaflops. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Oh!
Hang on.
Wow.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, it's...
Oh, well.
Well, come back over to the screen.
Well.
Come on.
All right, I'm coming.
Give it to the fans.
I'll join back with
Jesus.
Elbis at the recording area.
Walking slow.
I'm back.
Hi, pal.
All right, pal. Well, the WEL has spoken. It's Discovery by ELO.
Interesting. Very interesting in a way. Not what I was expecting, as you know from Elbis Predicts,
Well.
but a band that I certainly enjoy. Hang on a minute. How come that's changed?
Well, I've just removed it from
Oh,
the
well,
computer.
you shouldn't be messing with that. Anyway, let's get on
bloody
with this. Oh, God, I've got to do Dukey.
Oh, Jesus Christ, get Jukey fired up, will you? Jesus Christ.
Keep him talking. Give him some news or something.
News. Ooh. Let me think. Just have a...
We haven't done any merch, have we?
well, no, but there's still some you can buy, so go buy that.
Jesus,
the
what's-
link's in the bio on Twitter at Elbis and Elbis. News. Oh well.
Hang on a minute. I've got it.
All right, yeah,
Hang on,
nice one.
hang on.
All right, yeah. Hang on. Have you got it? Come on, pal. Jesus. What? What the
Yeah,
hell
it's
are you?
locked. It's locked.
Get
It's
your-
locked.
what
Don't
the-
worry.
what-
Don't worry.
bloody hell was you doing
it's
to
locked.
Jukey then?
It's locked.
Right, okay, so Jukey's locked up. Discovery by ELO's on it. Definitely,
yes,
you've got Discovery,
the
got the
Electric
right album,
Light
haven't you?
Orchestra, 1979. A great year, I would say.
Oh, well, interesting.
A year in which great things occurred.
Well,
So the first song is called Shine a Little Love.
well, let's have a look.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Jukey fight. Oh.
It's gone. I haven't been on a while. Now.
Well, that was Channel of Love by ELO. And I'll tell you what, that's an absolutely cracking start to an album. that.
I would relate that to my feelings so far this evening. I'll tell you why. Because when this album or album came up
On the WEL.
I had a little sink of disappointment in my heart.
In a way, I did, in a way.
And when the song started, I did, because it was quite, like, sort of mundane and quiet, you know, for the first 10 seconds.
yeah.
And then it kicked in.
Oh,
My God, you have not seen Elbis and Elbis dance like this since Meatloaf.
honestly,
I don't
Jesus
think.
Christ.
Good God,
I
what
mean,
a song.
some of the moves that were
Absolutely
busted out there.
brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant song. And to me, it was like an endless path of energy. And it was unbelievable from ELO there. I'd say one of the best starts to an album I've heard in a long time. I'm talking
good,
still.
really good. We're
I
talking
can't
right up
remember
there,
a
aren't we?
start to an album
Really good.
since, well, I'd have to say, probably Different Class by Pulp, I'd have to say.
And I've also got to say what the fans don't know what went on then in the however many minutes it was. Doesn't matter.
About 4 minutes.
Do you know what? That's one of them songs where I wasn't complaining how long it was, and normally I do.
No, I wasn't there.
It was absolutely. It could have gone on longer.
And it's weird. It's weird anyway because to me the lyrics didn't mean much to me. Yeah, because like I'm looking at the lyrics now and it's quite repetitive. I mean the chorus, "You shine a little love on my life."
And I always thought it was
it's
shine, you shine my life. So I didn't know what it was.
It says like
Who cares?
I don't know how
Who
they fitted it in,
cares?
but it's like you shine a little love on my life. That's something like
Brilliant.
that. And anyway,
Well-
like, to me, the fact that the lyrics didn't seem to really mean much there. That just shows how good the beat was.
Absolutely.
I know when the
Absolutely.
beat kicked in, the guitar and all that stuff kicked in.
And this
It
is
was
maybe
like-
why they call them the Electric Light Orchestra.
It reminded me of
Because
like,
it was
let's just say if
orchestrated.
Elbis and Elbis was like some detectives, let's just say, in the 1970s, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
Elvis
yeah,
the
I could go for
Impetuous,
that. Yeah,
right? Elvis
yeah.
the Impetuous,
Yeah.
impetuous, I should
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
was behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And then in his passenger seat was Elvis, the Wise,
I'd
with
be
a
sat in the back,
cigarette.
mate. I'd be sat in the back.
Yeah, with your
Yeah,
handcuffs
just
on.
in case.
You
Oh,
shine
whatever.
a little-
No, only with a
Well,
entity. In any case, What I was going to say is that song was so good that it was 4.5 minutes, and within that 4.5 minutes, what the fans don't know is that I actually managed to attach, whilst live, the sound enhancement device to old Duke.
Well, that's how good you've got with it at the moment.
Magoo himself.
Yeah.
And I
the Duke
attached
like the
it,
general.
screwed it in, and the sound never went off once.
No,
And that's testament to the song, because
and the Duke in a way.
if it was the ridiculous egomaniacs, I
Oh
would
my
not bother.
God, Jesus Christ! Don't even bring them up.
Oh well, the second song. Now,
Well, I'll tell you what.
Do you know what
hang
it
on
is?
there.
Do you know what it is? The second song. You know the album real well, though, don't you? You
Me?
can't think what the second song is. Just
Uh,
can't remember, can you? Would you say you're suffering from a bit of confusion? He's done it again.
I might have been confused, but right now, the song to me is crystal clear, let's just say.
Well, it's actually confusion.
Oh, yeah, I know, but...
Yeah, oh, right, yeah. I thought you were saying it was called
Nah,
Crystal Clear.
it's
Never
called
mind.
confusion.
Anyway,
Oh, well, you know.
confusion. Oh, I love this one.
Well, that was confusion, but there was no confusion for me there because I knew exactly that song was brilliant.
Tell you what, pal, if this carries on like this album, it's going to be the end of the Elbis and Elbis album review show.
It will
Because
be, yeah.
here's the winner. I absolutely love that song. I
Well,
love it.
you do love that song.
It brings
right?
back memories. It brings back everything. Now, and I'll quote someone who we, in a way, don't really consider to be an expert in music or films or anything else.
Who's that?
And this person is called Monkey.
Oh, God.
Now, I remember back when me and Monkey were courting, and it was around the turn of the century, let's just say. And she goes to me, "Oh, I've found a song which is mystical." And she played me this. And ever since I heard it, I thought, I don't know what you're on about, but it's a bloody good song.
To be fair to Monkey there, I've got to take my hat
mystical.
off and say, you know, to be fair, I
she
think
does
she
talk
summed it up
sense
there
sometimes.
to a part.
Ah,
I would say,
well.
Monkey summed it up to a part. It's well
First and last time
spoken.
I'll say it, but well-spoken Monkey.
He really was
He
well
really
spoken,
was,
Monkey.
yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done. Because that was mystical, that.
Yeah.
I agree completely with Monkey's observations of that song. And let me just say, that song, you know, a few years back,
here we
my father, let's just say,
Here we go.
went to a concert, right? And let's just say maybe
Oh, bloody hell, I was at that
Elbis,
concert. Yeah, I was at
the
that
elder,
concert, yeah.
attended the concert.
I did, yeah.
Now,
Elvis the Elder was at that concert.
it was at a
Right.
stadium, let's just say, in a little town or city, let's just say, known as Hull.
Yes, bloody lovely place.
It's
I
an
enjoyed my
alright-
time
it was
there.
alright.
It was good.
It was good. We weren't there for long, but for
Well,
the
you
time we
weren't
was
even
there,
there.
well, I wasn't. I didn't go,
Yeah.
but yeah, and the concert was going on in that, and it was Jeff Lynne and ELO, I had the option to go. Now,
It was actually Jeff Lynne's ELO.
whatever.
If you see what I mean.
And I had the option to go. Now, at the time, I was about, well, how
If
old
you
was
see
I?
what I'm saying.
I was about 12 or 13.
I don't know how old he was.
And in a way, it's like, it's a shame because I was like a young lad and I didn't really understand music at that
Elvis the
time.
Impetuous. That's
And
why
now
we call
these
you
two
that, innit?
songs have made me regret my decision that day because I had a bloody love to see
Well,
this
you
live.
should have done. I think you wanted to sit in and watch Justin Bieber on YouTube, didn't you? or
Get
something?
stuff.
That's what I heard. I'm sorry,
Justin
pal,
Bieber.
but that's
I
what
was playing
heard.
some of the best
That's
FIFA
what I
players in the
heard.
world.
Elvis the Impetuous
I was
does that.
bloody starting my
Now, I
esports
remember
career
this song
playing some of
has-
the best players the world's ever seen, if you don't mind. Not listening to bloody Justin Bieber, I was listening to hardcore stuff.
Now I remember Monkey used to pick me up back when we were courting. A year or two later, because I was well into this song by then.
Yeah.
And she'd pick me up from work, and we'd pop off at the local off license, or for our Australian friends, bottle shop, or for the Americans, liquor
bottle shop?
store.
Well,
Well, you get it. Liquor store.
Oh, well.
And I would go in there, and there would be a basket of bottles for
Oh,
50 pence. And I would grab as many as I could.
What?
And then
Is it like
we
water or
would.
something?
No, it was alcoholic. It was called Blue Wicked, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, then we'd get in the car and we would transpond ourselves to Monkey's place of dwelling, and there would be two annoying little kids there whilst I played the PlayStation some game, and it was do you know what, we had a real good time and played that song. So do you know what, at the moment, as I said when this came out, we've probably gone on too long for Radio Elbis and Elbis.
Probably.
But the thing is, great song.
And
Very
using the
special to
system
Elbis
where
and Elbis.
the Elbis and Elbis album
When
system.
we bring out Elbis and Elbis World's Greatest Hits,
Yeah.
that'll probably be on it.
Them two little kids sound annoying in a way.
They are
but
annoying.
this system we've developed.
Leave Hair Love. Don't know what's happened here.
Well, that was Need Hair Love, and it was an interesting one, that one, to be fair. I thought, well, what do you think, Elbis, first?
I think that we're probably chatting too much between songs, which we, as a rule, don't like to do. But we
really
started chatting about something, and we probably didn't listen to it really closely. Like, normally we analyse things. However, it was
Then again, though,
pleasant.
I mean, sometimes
It was dreamy.
we have said in the past, sometimes a good song, you can, like, say if you invited, like, a few people around and you put it on, and you can have a chat over it. That sometimes isn't a bad thing. That shows you've got a good song on which people can listen to easily.
Amazing
and just chill
background
out.
music.
Yeah. And to me, that doesn't affect that song in any way, that one.
Yeah.
For me, listen, I think artists like ELO, they want to showcase all their talents, let's just say. Like Meatloaf. Meatloaf's known for being a rock and roll legend, but look at Heaven Can Wait. That's just him and a piano slowed down, and that was just like that. But that showed a different slowed down, just like a sort of like a. It was unique in the way that it was slowed down, but it wasn't depressing. It was like it was almost like Jeff Lynne serenading.
Well, I
someone.
always say
I think it was brilliant. Actually,
if you assemble a crowd and it is the album which dominates, the crowd you have assembled is subpar.
well spoken.
So do you see what I mean? It's like we was having an
Well
interesting chat,
well spoken.
and the background music was there, and we was loving it. We was loving it.
We
And
was,
it's
yeah.
sort of, it's dreamy. It's nice. We've had two fantastic songs. It gives you a
Mystical,
bit of a
as
breather.
Monkey would say.
Very mystical, and I'm not going to slag air off that much.
No.
anymore. But we're moving on to the next one now.
Oh, hang on though. What we haven't done, all review.
Oh, good God.
We haven't done the bloody radio system.
Turn it up. Oh, well, shall we explain it?
Well, nah.
No.
I'd get the sellotape.
Yeah.
I would apply it to the radio, full vol, let's just say.
Oh, yeah.
Windows down in a built-up suburban area, and I'd expect all the people in the houses to come out to the street and just like enjoy a bit of ELO.
Well, I would dislodge the radio and pull it out from the car, disconnecting the wires at the back. Then I would safely unscrew the screws around the side and the back.
Yeah.
Lift off the lid and inspect the inside to see if there is any possible way that I could make the volume higher. Now, if there wasn't, and there is a chance that I can put the radio back and it wouldn't work again, that's a chance I'd be willing to take because I love the song so much. And I would take that chance to have it louder than have it softer.
And
Do you know
if
what I
it
mean?
did break, you could just
In
use
other
a
words,
sound enhancement device.
bloody good song.
It was a
Well,
bloody
yeah,
song.
that's right. Yeah.
It was a bloody great
Now,
song.
the next song is called The Diary of Horace Quimp.
Oh.
Have you heard of that before?
I haven't heard of Horace
It's absolutely brilliant. And I'll tell you what, them two annoying kids...
Hang
over
on
there,
though, hang on.
they
though.
used to bloody hang around to this.
Well, let's have a listen. Oh my Jesus.
Sound like chocolate orange. Clockwork orange.
Well, that was the diary of Horace Wimp. And I think that was one of the most genius songs I've ever heard, actually.
I think it's just phenomenally fantastic.
I think it was just superbly stupendous in every way.
Absolutely.
I just think it's bloody brilliant, this so far.
Specifically structured.
And the diary of
Stupendous.
Wimp. The diary of Horace Wimp. If you look at the lyrics behind the diary of Horace Wimp, it
Well, I'm
shows...
going to before you talk about the lyrics, I want to talk about how it makes me feel.
Jesus.
I just think it's bloody brilliant. The music
Well,
and everything. Now, people
was, in a
say
way.
of the song so far, and I think we actually said it earlier on,
Yeah.
the great fans can go back and they can analyse it. I think we said it almost doesn't matter what
Great
the
fans,
words are.
bloody hell.
Like, you know, when we said, "He made a man of my life," that one. Right, doesn't matter what the words are.
Oh,
The
right,
song is so good. The music is so good.
It
They are
is.
the Electric Light Orchestra. However, with this, the words are amazing and the
Oh,
music's amazing.
it's a-
Now I'll
it's
hand
a
over to you
genius.
because I think you relate to Horace Wimp.
I do get stuff.
It seems to me that you
Get
do.
stuff.
Now go on, go on.
This is nothing
Tell
like
us
the
about your
lad I am.
experience.
Jesus
Go on,
Christ.
go on.
Horace Wimp is nothing like the lad Elvis
Yeah,
is.
whatever.
Tell you that.
Funny how you
And if
relate.
I saw Horace Wimp, I'd sit him down and I'd say,
Yeah,
Horace,
whatever. Go on.
sort yourself
Tell
out,
the
pal.
fans what you were saying.
Get stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, it seems to me Horace Quimp is like this like little lad or something. And he's like growing up and that, and his mum's like sort of saying to him, Horace, sort yourself out, will you?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Get out there, get off your ass,
Yeah.
and get some bloody stuff done. Go meet a girl, get married, you know, the traditional sort of stuff like that.
Yes, yeah. About time you got on with your life.
And it's
Sick
like,
of
you know, Horace is a bit
Sick of
reluctant to go do these things because, you know, it's a scary world, you know what I mean?
Sick of
The
it.
world's a big, scary place. And he's sort of having to do it himself. He goes to, like, one of the things here, it says, don't be afraid, just knock on the door. Well, he just stood there mumbling, fumbling, then a voice from above. And then, like, that lyric, that passage of lyrics there, it's like, he stood at a door, like, about to knock on the door to this girl who he fancies, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, he says he just stood there mumbling, fumbling, because he's nervous. He's a nervous lad.
Yeah,
do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's scared to take that next step.
Well,
But then he
he's
hears
not
the
a
voice.
particularly handsome kid either, is he?
And that's why I don't relate.
Well,
Because
I was going to
I
say.
tell you what,
It's why I don't relate. 'Cause I'm
I don't
almost,
relate to it.
I am criminally handsome. But
Criminal.
not everyone
Jesus
is, and I understand
Christ.
what you've been through to get.
Bloody hell.
You had to go through
Criminally.
it for your courting companion.
I'd say I was factually
Yeah.
handsome because everyone sees me and just knows for a
God.
fact. This
God.
kid
Yeah,
is
whatever.
a handsome fella.
Anyway, you understand this.
Anyway,
kid.
you can be criminally handsome
Listen,
or whatever.
let's not slag
Jesus.
it off. It's a
And if
great
I was
song.
criminally handsome, I'd escape from a
It's
kid.
a great song, innit?
It's a great song. It's a
And
great song.
the thing is, it's like Horace Wimp. He's, as you were saying, his mother's nattering
He
at
is,
him. He's gone on. Now, does he get the girl at the end? That's what I'm wondering.
I think so. And the
I
thing-
hope he does.
I do.
I
'Cause
hope
he
he
sounds like a decent bloke. And
Yeah.
even though he's a bit scared and stuff, he does sound like a decent bloke. And the voice from above is not, you know, when you think voice from above, you're thinking, oh God, you know, is it going religious here? God? Something like
What
that?
do you think this girl was like?
Well, I think she was probably an attractive young
In that
female,
case,
I'd say.
probably above his station because.
In a way, yeah, and that's probably why he's a bit nervous.
Yeah.
But bless him, you know, he tried at least.
He
He's
could have
not
got a
like
job
bloody
as an
Elvis.
accountant.
He's
He
not
could have
like
been an accountant.
he's not like Elvis the Impetuous who could
Whatever.
pick up anyone.
Girls.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. So,
Way above
use
his
some
station.
language.
Anyway.
Hang on, there might be an apology issued.
I
Right,
apologise.
get the jukey fired up, will you? Get the next song up. Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, Horace Quimp, I'd say, 10 it up.
Bloody good song.
And every single one of these so far, I'd 10 up.
Bloody Jukey's played up again now. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, my goodness.
What?
It's the last train to London.
Well. Well, that was the last train to London, and I've got to say, I am boarding that train, whether I've got a ticket or not. Let's just say, if that's the bloody song that's playing on it, tell you.
Well,
God.
I'd be quite happy to see you go, to be honest, because I was just thinking, I've been to London and it's a dump. And I'd quite like to see the last train to London
I've been to
from
London,
the up
anyway.
north posh city in which I live. I would quite enjoy seeing the last train to London.
I've been to London.
I aren't bothered about London. It's rubbish. It's like LA to me. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of London. I'm sick of
To
LA.
be fair,
I'm sorry,
London-
but it's a great song.
London is alright in a way. Well, is
not
it?
for me.
I don't know.
Not
But it's a great song. It's a great song, and it's not about London. It's about the train to London.
Yeah, I suppose.
I've got to say,
yeah.
London.
If it was a return ticket on the last train to London, then
Yeah.
I'd quite happily buy it. I would if that song was playing all the way down. And let's say it was
fantastic.
filled with
Hang on.
ELO fans.
Yeah,
then
well,
we'd
well.
all
Yeah,
enjoy.
we'd
the
all
music.
enjoy it.
And
We
they
would
could
all
play
enjoy
this
it.
album, and I'd be
Yeah,
quite happy.
we would all enjoy it. I think that song, I mean, it's like I'd just like, throughout this album so far, let's just say, if we was to use the system
Oh yeah.
of the album review show,
Turn up,
I'd
turn
like
up, turn up, turn up.
get the
turn up.
sellotape right, and I'd like
Yeah.
seal the sellotape
Seal?
tightly, tightly to the radio as I could, because this album so far is bloody brilliant. And Last Train to London, there again, very, it's like one of them songs that comes on, right? And this is the thing with ELO, they're so unique in the sound. As soon as that song comes on, you know straight away who that is. No, you can't tell me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot
They
of the great
have their own
bands,
sound.
some of the great bands are like that. But ELO do it the best, I think, out of them all.
Yeah, no, this is
The song comes
interesting
on,
to
you
me.
know
This
who
is
that is.
interesting to me because it reminds me a bit of the Ridiculous Egomaniacs.
Oh,
And
yes.
I'll tell you why it does. I'll
How
tell you
dare
why it
you
does.
make that?
Or
Bloody-
if the fans haven't listened to that
Jesus
one, which I
Christ.
won't blame you, REM. Now, they're also a three initialised name. No, listen to me, yeah?
Oh.
It's almost as if ELO are the antithesis of REM. So it's like you look in a pond and see your face in the pond. Do you know what I mean? And you're looking and you see a reflection.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pond is in the deep dark well, probably the underworld, as we've discussed.
If
in
you
our
was
last
to see this
travel.
pond, would you be night swimming, possibly?
But well, that could be. Well, that's a good song though. I don't want to slag that.
It
off.
is a good
But
song.
what I'm saying is, it's like ELO, a three initial band, which sound like nobody else, are just like REM, which are a three initial band that sound like nobody else, except ELO are absolutely brilliant and jolly, and REM are ridiculous egomaniacs who are depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
ELO are super buzzing.
I've got to say,
I mean-
well-spoken pal, I've got to
Thanks,
say
pal.
there, because, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
ELO, I just bloody, I'm loving this album at the minute, Discovery, and to be fair,
I'm loving it,
whoever,
in a way.
whoever discovered this album, well, that was a great
Ah,
discovery,
well done.
let's just say.
Yeah.
Because this is bloody brilliant, and I don't know how many songs we're in, but I almost feel like this album needs to be endless, because I'm absolutely loving this. But
No.
Elbis, what's the next one?
I wasn't going to go on about the album cover, but now you've said Discovery, right? Now, in the video for one of these songs, and I can't remember which one it is, there was a man in a desert
Right.
with a turban on, right?
Yeah.
And he discovered...
Well, the one on the probably album cover, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Turban on,
But
yeah.
he parted the sand and found the thing that he's looking at on the album cover.
Ah.
So that's making the discovery, which is really clever, actually, isn't it?
Absolutely.
He's made a
fantastic, actually.
discovery.
Yeah, and do you know anything? Who was this bloke on the?
Well, I
album
heard
cover?
that, and none of our fans will know because we attract a younger audience, but if you ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond, I heard that the big guy his brother,
Yeah.
was the man from the video. Not sure if it's him on the album, though.
Well, we'll
But
see.
in any case, it's the way he discovers it and
It is in a
brushes
way.
the sand
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and finds the glowing thing and thinks, oh, God.
A bit like me in my dream or vision the other week when I found that
Yeah,
blue
no
light.
way. On the run. Yeah, I heard this.
Oh god. Well, that was On the Run by ELO, and another brilliant song that. And straight away I thought, it's just so unique, the sound of it. It's unbelievable.
I tell you what's on the run right now,
Mm.
and this is a surprise.
Oh.
Different Class could be on the run. It's trying desperately to
That's a
keep
big
ahead.
statement.
It's trying
Big
desperately
statement.
to keep ahead because this is one of the best albums I've ever heard.
Well, the thing
it's
is,
phenomenal.
this is phenomenal.
It
so
really
far.
is.
It really
It
is.
really
I
is.
agree with Elvis. However, what I would say is, it's like Meatloaf, Bar Hell. When I heard that, and I basically was reborn, I thought, oh god, this is bloody brilliant. This.
That's true.
And then I give a
That
listen
is
to
true,
Different
actually.
Class again, and I thought, actually, Different Class is unbelievable.
I know.
And Different Class for me is
we
above
are now,
Meatloaf now.
We are in the upper echelon. Now, unless
honestly.
the Electric Light Orchestra really mess up with this last song.
No.
They are in, because there is only one song left.
No,
I think.
two, I think.
Oh, is there? Yeah. Let me have a look. Let me have a look.
I don't know.
Dukey's playing. Hang on. It's the.
Oh no, it is the last song.
Yeah, it is.
That
Oh
was-
no, it's not. No, it's wishing and dope. Oh well.
Oh,
well.
Jesus.
No, bloody hell.
Oh, bloody
It was
hell,
the
just tell-
LCD display on Dukey.
Yeah,
Just gone.
stuff.
But I've sorted it out.
Yeah,
Tapped it.
Well,
It's a
anyway, bloody
But-
Midnight Run.
the thing is, this is right up there. And
It is in a way.
I want to I sort of want to just get on with the next song. 'Cause it's so good.
If you want to do that, pal,
So
feel
good.
free.
This is called Wishing.
I'm wishing that this album never ends.
So am I. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dukey.
Sort it out.
Hang on.
Well, that was wishing. And I tell you what, pal, this could be one of the hardest decisions we've ever had to make.
Well, I always said
album
tonight
review
that
show.
no album shall ever silence Elbis. And this one almost has.
Yeah.
The
I sense
thoughts
it.
I'm having now, I think it's poked its head above Battle at Hell. And it's certainly touching now a different class. And
It's the thing is for me
I'm starting
is
to think it's like if I was being sent to my death and I was going to be in a room forever and I just had one album to listen to. Oh, God, I've got some difficult decisions to make here.
the thing is for me is
I really
right.
have.
It's like
It's a bloody good album, this.
it's a brilliant album, right? But what I'd say is with different classes.
Well,
We've got one more. We've got one
Let's
more.
wait
song.
to the
We've got
end,
one
and
more.
I think
But
in a
let's
way-
talk about wishing. Let's talk about wishing. What do you think about wishing there?
I think it was great. I think it was majestic. I think that even a bad ELO song is better than most bands. I think a bad ELO song is genuinely a classic by anyone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
That was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. It was real. Everything's real positive. It's real dreamy. It's real. I don't know.
That's the thing,
I love
there's
the sound.
no-
I love the sound. They've got their own sound. It's brilliant.
There's no
Brilliant.
that's ELO. There's no sadness or there's no regret in any song. There's no feeling of
Not at all.
despair.
Yeah.
It's just a constant.
Yeah.
It's like a constant positivity that you just welcome.
And this is why I think we need to get the last one out of the way and we need to have a chat.
I agree with you, and I would turn it up. I turn it up on every
All
single
of them,
one.
turn it up, absolutely turn it up. And the thing is, the last one is called "Don't Bring Me Down." I mean, everybody who's listening to this, even our fans, will know that this is an absolute classic.
Brilliant.
And the thing is, "Don't Bring Me Down," I certainly wouldn't.
At
turn
the
it
end
down.
of the album as well, which is important to note.
I know,
the
it's
last song
amazing,
of the
isn't it?
album, to
Yeah.
close the album
That's how
off.
confident they were that people would make it to the last song on the album.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Well,
anyway, let's get
it going. Well, that was "Don't Bring Me Down," the final song of the album, and a lot of
What a way to end it.
Yeah, unbelievable end.
Could
An
have been the
unbelievable end to an
starting song,
unbelievable
though.
album.
Who cares?
That could have been. That's a song that could have been anywhere on the album, and to be honest with you, the fact it was last almost made it
Shows
even
the
better.
confidence.
It
in the
does, yeah,
album.
because it
does,
shows that Jeff Lynne and ELO knew exactly what they'd produced, and they knew it was magical.
Now,
was,
Elbo and Elby have some difficult decisions to make now.
yeah, we do.
And I have made mine.
I feel like I've made my decision.
I made my decision.
I think mine and yours.
Let's just
yeah.
before we make our decisions, let's just speak about what are currently the top, the absolute.
Well,
pinnacle,
first of all, we'll
the
say that.
perfection of albums we've got
Listen,
at the moment. We've got different class by.
Well, first, let's just say everyone who knows, everyone that's tuning in knows that the full, the reason why we do these album reviews ain't just because we enjoy a bit of music, ain't just because we enjoy listening to an album and that, and enjoy having a drink or whatever. It's because we have a mission. We have a mission to find the greatest album of all time. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
This is an important mission to us. It's one that we take seriously, and if we have opinions on albums, and our system at the moment, I think you do. I don't think you can go wrong with it. And at the moment, the top of our league in the albums
It's pretty accurate.
it's unbelievably
It is
accurate.
accurate.
And you know the quality of albums. Yeah, I mean at the top so far, I'd say Different Class is number one,
Absolutely.
and it has been since the very start of this show.
Yeah.
Number two, I'd say
Battle of
Battle of Hell.
And then we have
number
number
three,
which is a conglomeration.
Yeah, I'd say
A mixture of some really good albums.
I'd probably say Simon and Garfunkel for
You
me.
would, but yeah, maybe slightly. Yeah, maybe. We've got Simon and Garfunkel.
But then
we've
you've got Hunky Dory, yeah,
We've got The Strangler.
Oh,
all that
God, yeah, The
business,
Stranger,
which is
great.
sort of number 3. Some great albums, but this is a serious moment, and we're not messing about now.
No.
And this is really serious because
I'll tell you what, Elbis,
this is endangering Different Class as being the number 1 album of all time.
Elbis, you've
I'll-
made your decision. I'll let
I've
you go
made my
first.
decision. I'll explain my decisions here. Now, I remember talking to you about. Battle of Hell, and I said that if I was a traveller to another planet, let's just say, and I had to come out with an album, and the locals were going to eat me,
I do
or
recall
they were going
this,
to kill
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do recall
They
it.
were going to eat me, or they were going to let me survive and breed with. It doesn't matter.
Well, bloody
In any
hell,
case,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it's something I thought about
God.
afterwards. But I would play them Battle of Hell just to keep me alive, you know, rather than Different Class. But I said for my own personal ears, Different Class would be better for me.
Yeah.
So Different Class was number 1. Now for some reason today, I've been reflecting a lot. And I've been thinking about all the people I ever knew in my life, right? Like my grandma, my uncle, all these people, you know, who I've known in my life. And I've thought, if there was a record, just one record that could be played, and we could all be together again in a room, right, and have a great time. And would it be Different Class by Pulp? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I love Different Class by Pulp. You love Different Class by Pulp. Me and you, fair enough. If it was, would it be Battle of Hell by Meatloaf? No, it wouldn't. And I'll tell you why it wouldn't. I'd go in with the Aliens pretty rock and roll to let them know that I'm pretty hard. You know what I mean? But would that fly with like my grandma, my granddad and all that business? No, it wouldn't. Would ELO? Absolutely. They would at least find one song on that, and I dare say 4 or 5 songs on that they would absolutely adore, and they would probably get up and dance to. And for me, for the people that I've known past and present, for me, ELO has just taken the number 1 slot. And that's it.
What you've sort of just said there, it made me stop for a moment, made me reflect. What I was going to say, my decision was that ELO was I was going to say ELO was a close second to Different Class. Mainly because just because of my sort of admiration to Britpop 90s, that time of life, the whole rock and roll, the whole roller coaster thing behind it, where you know you had like Jarvis Cocker who stood as like an entertainer. I'm not saying Jeff Lynne entertaining, but Jarvis Cocker would stand on a stage and have hundreds of thousands of people at a festival singing back to him. Same with Oasis, same with all Blair and people like that, even though I'm not that keen on him. But what you've just said there made me reflect so much about my family as well. And I know how much this album means to my family. Do you know what I mean? I know this album it means more than any other. And I feel like out of respect to them, and out of admiration to them, out of admiration to the people who are close to Elbis and Elbis, the people who, in a way, I mean, you could say, have made Elbis and Elbis in a well, I don't know about that. You know, Elbis and Elbis, they've sort of made themselves in a way. They don't really need anyone else. But in a way, you could say the people who have been there for Elbis and Elbis more than anyone else. I'm going to say that, for me, I love Different Class, I love Pulp, but the sentimental value for me it pips it to the post.
That's right, yeah. I
And
suppose,
ELO, for me, Discovery, it's number one for me. I'd agree with Elbis.
Brilliant. And I mean, like, I've had a rough couple of days. And the thing is, I actually don't think there is another album that could have been played right now that has cheered me up as much as what that album has. And it was absolutely perfect. The wheel, I mean, my God. And believe me, I spend all week with this supercomputer.
You do, yeah.
I feel almost as if the supercomputer I've got it that advanced now, it almost knows what I'm thinking and feeling. And I wasn't pleased when that came out.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Universe, let's just say the universe.
It was.
It did it, didn't it?
It was.
And do you know what?
It was there for
bloody marvellous that. And I tell you what, Jeff Lynne, I actually went to see you when was it? About 2017 or...
Got no idea.
Must have been longer than that.
No idea.
I went to see Jeff Lynne once anyway. And send us an email, Elbis and Elbis.
World class email at gmail.com.
And
And Jeff, I've got to say to you,
we'll interview you.
everyone went except me, and I regret it.
Well,
After listening to that, I bloody regret it.
Yeah, you will do. And
I wish I went to come see you.
Absolutely marvellous. That I really enjoyed it.
I wish I took the trip to Hull to come see you. I really do.
Yeah.
But that's just what it is. But I've got to say, the people listening, people probably saw a different side to Elbis and Elbis at the end of there. But you know what? I'm glad about it. And I'm glad about our decision we've made. And I've got to say,
for us, it's just tucked in at number one.
It has. You've got your number one album there now, Discovery by ELO. Go listen to it. See what you make of it. Leave a comment or whatever you want. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But to be
slag
fair,
us off if
though,
you like.
you can slag
We'll
us
argue
off.
against,
You can slag us off.
Who cares?
But we've been Elbis and Elbis.
Whoa!
And
Jokers.
we've been Elbis and Elbis.
Just keep them occupied for 1 minute, pal.
We've been Elbis and Elbis. And you've been like the fans and that.
All right,
listening
okay.
along.
Oh.
Hang on a minute. And there you go, a number one album. It took us a long while. I mean, I think we worked out today after episode, what was it? Episode 4 of season 2.
Oh yeah,
25 episodes uploaded to Spotify.
Yeah, that's
now.
a lot of effort.
That is a lot.
25 episodes, and if you lot are slagging us off, you do 25 episodes. I tell you what, do 2.5 episodes. You won't be able to do it.
We've been Elbis and Elbis. You've been world class.
The Elbis and Elbis album review show. The Elbis and Elbis album